Rigid metal conduit, or RMC, installations must adhere to specific codes. The California Electrical Code, or SEC, mandates that RMC be supported within 3 feet of any box, fitting, or enclosure, and at intervals not exceeding 10 feet. The Los Angeles Building Code, or LAUC, generally aligns with the CEC, without providing additional specific rules on horizontal RMC runs within walls. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, allows horizontal RMC runs in walls but limits them to a maximum of 6 feet. Note, the NEC is not adopted in Los Angeles. An inspector's interpretation often centers on the CEC support requirements, especially the 3-foot rule from any connection point. If a horizontal RMC run isn't properly supported within this distance, it might be deemed non-compliant. To address the issue of a horizontal run of rigid conduit obstructing a window and potentially violating code, firstly, consider relocating the main electrical panel. Moving the panel eliminates the need for the horizontal conduit section altogether. Secondly, install a support bracket. Position the bracket within 3 feet of the main panel and securely attach the RMC to it. This ensures compliance with the support requirements. Thirdly, explore alternative conduit types. Flexible metal conduit, or FMC, or electrical metallic tubing, or IMT, offer greater flexibility. These materials can be bent more easily to navigate around obstructions like windows. Always consult with your local building inspector. This step ensures your installation meets all current codes and standards. Specific to your situation with the rigid pipes, the inspector's concern seems to stem from the CEC rule about supporting RMC within 3 feet of any enclosure, in this case, the main panel. The horizontal section you described, even if only 6 inches, needs adequate support to be compliant. Moving the panel might be the most direct solution, but it could also be the most involved. Adding a support bracket is often a simpler fix, provided it's positioned correctly. Switching to FMC or EMT offers more flexibility in routing the conduit around obstacles, but ensure these materials are suitable for your specific application. Remember, the NEC 6-foot rule for horizontal runs isn't applicable in Los Angeles, as they follow the CEC. The key takeaway is proper support. Even short horizontal runs require it. Prioritize communication with the inspector, understanding the specific concerns, and collaboratively finding a solution that adheres to local codes. Always prioritize safety and compliance in all electrical installations. When working with electrical conduit, understanding the relevant codes and regulations is paramount. The California Electrical Code, or SEC, sets the standard for electrical installations in California, including Los Angeles. It's crucial to be aware of the specific requirements for rigid metal conduit, or RMC, installations. One key aspect is the support requirements. The CEC mandates that RMC must be supported within 3 feet of any box, fitting, or enclosure. This means that wherever the conduit connects to an electrical box, a fitting, or an enclosure like your main panel, there must be a support within that 3-foot radius. Additionally, the CEC requires ongoing support at intervals not exceeding 10 feet along the conduit run. This ensures the conduit is properly secured and can withstand mechanical stress. While the Los Angeles Building Code, or LAUC, generally follows the CEC, it's always wise to verify for any local amendments or interpretations. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, while not adopted in Los Angeles, provides additional guidance on best practices for electrical installations. However, remember that the CEC and LAUC take precedence in your area. In your specific scenario, the inspector's concern likely revolves around the horizontal section of your rigid conduit run. Even though it's only 6 inches long, if it's not adequately supported within 3 feet of the main panel, it could be considered a violation of the CEC. The inspector's interpretation is based on ensuring the conduit's stability and preventing any strain on the connections. Now let's explore some potential solutions to address this issue. Firstly, relocating the main panel could be a viable option. By moving the panel to a location where the conduit run doesn't need to deviate horizontally, you eliminate the problem entirely. However, this might involve significant work and could be costly. Secondly, installing a support bracket is often a more practical solution. By placing a support bracket within 3 feet of the main panel and securely attaching the RMC to it, you satisfy the CEC support requirement. Ensure the bracket is properly anchored to the wall and provides adequate support for the conduit. Thirdly, consider using a different type of conduit. Flexible metal conduit, or FMC, or electrical metallic tubing, or IMT, offer greater flexibility and can be bent more easily to avoid obstacles. If RMC is not strictly required, these alternatives could be a good option. However, always verify that the chosen conduit type is suitable for the application and complies with all relevant codes. When selecting a conduit type, consider the environmental conditions, the type of wiring being used, and any specific requirements of the installation. RMC is known for its durability and protection against physical damage, while FMC and EMT offer greater flexibility and ease of installation. Remember, communication with the local building inspector is crucial. Discuss your proposed solutions and ensure they meet the inspector's requirements and comply with all applicable codes and standards. A collaborative approach can help you find the best solution while maintaining safety and compliance. Before starting any electrical work, always disconnect the power supply and take necessary safety precautions. If you're not comfortable working with electrical systems, it's best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's essential to prioritize safety at all times. When installing conduit, use proper tools and techniques to ensure secure and professional installation. Avoid over-tightening fittings, as this can damage the conduit or connections. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for installing conduit and fittings. After completing the installation, thoroughly inspect the conduit run to ensure it's properly supported and there are no loose connections or sharp edges. A visual inspection can help identify any potential issues before energizing the system. In summary, understanding the CEC support requirements for RMC is crucial for code compliance. By relocating the panel, installing a support bracket, or using a different type of conduit, you can address the issue of a horizontal conduit run and ensure a safe and compliant electrical installation. Always consult with the local building inspector and prioritize safety in all electrical work. The goal is to ensure the electrical system is safe, reliable, and meets all applicable codes and standards. Consider the specific needs of your installation and choose the appropriate conduit type and support methods. A well-planned and properly installed conduit system will provide long-lasting protection for your electrical wiring. Also be sure to check for any local amendments or interpretations of the CEC. The Los Angeles Building Code could have more specific rules or requirements. Always verify the most up-to-date information. When it comes to electrical installations, there are no shortcuts to safety and compliance. Take the time to understand the codes, follow best practices, and consult with experts when needed. By doing so, you can ensure a safe and reliable electrical system for your home or business. Also check for manufacturers' installation requirements for the RMC, EMT, or FMC, along with their fittings and other connection equipment. It is always best to read these and take note to follow them. Make sure to account for expansion or contraction of the rigid metal conduit to temperature changes, especially if exposed to direct sunlight. Expansion joints may be necessary for long runs. Secure all supports and straps using appropriate fasteners for the wall material. For concrete or masonry walls, use anchors designed for those materials. Ensure proper grounding and bonding of the conduit system. This is crucial for safety and preventing electrical shock hazards. Use grounding bushings and bonding jumpers as needed. Protect the conduit from physical damage during and after installation. Avoid running conduit in areas where it could be easily struck or damaged. Consider using protective sleeves or guards in vulnerable locations. When bending conduit, use appropriate bending tools and techniques. Avoid kinking or damaging the conduit, as this can reduce its strength and capacity. Ensure that all conduit fittings are properly tightened and sealed to prevent moisture from entering the system. Use thread sealant or tape as needed. Label all conduit runs clearly to indicate their purpose and the circuits they serve. This can help with future maintenance and troubleshooting. Keep detailed records of the conduit installation, including drawings, specifications, and inspection reports. This information can be valuable for future reference. Remember that electrical codes and standards are constantly evolving. Stay up to date on the latest changes and ensure your installations comply with the most current requirements. The California Electrical Code, Los Angeles Building Code, and National Electrical Code are regularly updated to reflect advancements in technology and best practices. By staying informed and following these guidelines, you can ensure a safe, reliable, and code-compliant electrical system. A properly installed conduit system not only protects electrical wiring, but also enhances the overall safety and efficiency of your electrical system.